word being holy being synonymous or similar to being separate. Okay? That's how you know that Christian doctrine is not the truth. Because if that was the truth, then we'd be in the kingdom, because they would have the 144K, you know, the whole multitude of the government would be set up if the Christian doctrine was the truth. And there's nothing separate about the Christian doctrine. There's nothing. It's common. Everybody believes this. You see what I'm saying? That's how you know that it's not the truth, man. Because if the Christian doctrine was the truth, we'd be in the kingdom. They got their numbers. Through the Spirit, this is a mystery only given to a small group, man, and that word is going out and people are being raised up in that Spirit. Okay?
I got one.
Ephesians chapter 3, starting verse 1. For this cause I, Paul, the prisoner of Yahawashi for you Gentiles, if ye have heard of the dispensation of the grace of the Most High, which is given me to youward, how that by revelation he made known unto me the mystery, as I wrote afore.
It said, how by revelation he made known unto me the mystery. Everybody don't know who done it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't get it like that. Every movie you've never seen that had that one detective, it's only one nigga in the room that figure it out.
God.
Go ahead.
Whereby, when you read, you may understand my knowledge in the mystery of Mashiach.
When you read, you may understand my knowledge. You gotta read it.
The Spirit gotta be dealing with you, man. You know? The Spirit gotta be dealing with you to get the actual truth and the depth of Yahawashi and his purpose for the nation of Israel. Okay? You got more out?
God, that's more verses. Which in other ages was not made known unto the sons of men, as it is now revealed unto his holy apostles.
See, that just let you know it was a point in time where didn't nobody get it. But now that make it even more precious. Go ahead.
Unto his holy apostles and prophets by the Spirit.
That was until he gave it to his holy prophets and apostles through the Spirit.
By the law.
You know?
No, it's keeping the law.
Read it again.
As it is now revealed unto his holy apostles.
As it is now revealed. Meaning it was hidden. It wasn't there. Go ahead.
And prophets by the Spirit. That the Gentiles should be.
By the Spirit. What's the Spirit?
That's a cut.
Scriptures. John 6:66. Go ahead.
That the Gentiles should be fellow heirs and of the same
That the Gentiles shall be fellow heirs. That ain't talking about everybody. Who are those? Now you got to figure out who those Gentiles are. You know? But I'm saying it's those prisoners, those ambassadors. Those the Gentiles.
If you go,
we the Gentiles.
If you go on Great Millstone Dallas in class page and type in Gentiles into the search bar, you're going to get videos pop up so you can get that breakdown. You go, if you type in Gentiles Great Millstone, you're going to see all the Akiyama that was given the knowledge of the truth, preaching about who the Gentiles are and the whole breakdown, man. If the Spirit is dealing with you, you'll receive it.
That's right.
Okay? You got more out?
Yeah, just a little more. That the Gentiles should be fellow heirs and of the same body and partakers of his promise in Hamashiach by the gospel.
Man.
See that?
Man.
You gotta be you gotta be a friend of Yahawashi to get the breakdown.
Yeah, that just goes into what I'm gonna be bringing out. This is Romans 8:17. It says, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
That's what he prayed. That's what the Lord prayed for in John 17. Read that line again.
It says, if so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together.
I'll say you and your friends gonna go through the same things. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna deal. I say if you play basketball, most of your friends probably play basketball. You know what I'm saying? If you in this truth, most of your friends is in the truth. All your friends should be in the truth, but I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do, you hang around people that do the same thing. Go ahead.
18, it says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
Yeah, I want to say slave ships up from the time the Lord went on the cross through the slave ships and the medieval age, the dark ages, and all those things, all that's leading up to them ambassadors coming back, bringing all that history back, ruffling feathers, and you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna jump around. This is Romans 8, and I'm gonna go to 29. It says, For whom he did foreknow, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son.
That's talking about them same dudes. That's talking about them same dudes that was going to be ambassadors. Now you realize how, if you could receive it, they talk about all the different incarnations that the Lord was here. He had men every single time. It was the same dudes. Go ahead.
That he might be the firstborn amongst many brethren.
The firstborn amongst many brothers. He was the firstborn. He was the one that died and came back. Firstborn. You know what I'm saying? Then same thing with us. We gonna die and come back. You know what I'm saying? He conquered death. When he said it was finished, death was a part of that. You know what I'm saying? So everything that joint heirs, meaning we get the same thing. We get to die and be resurrected and become righteous. Go ahead.
It says, moreover, whom he did predestinate, them he also called. And whom he called, them he also justified.
Yeah, he called us out of the world and he justified us. Lord willing, we those men. Go ahead.
And whom he justified, them he also glorified.
You go from being justified to being glorified. Just like the Lord did. Yahweh justified Yahawashi and gave him the keys to the kingdom. But he also gave him a group of men that was going to go through the same thing. That's why the Lord said they're going to hate you because they hate me.
Exactly.
They're going to persecute you. Look, the stories are there.
Servant's not greater than the master. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They killed him. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to jump down to Romans 8:33. It says, who shall lay anything to the charge of the Most High's elect? It is the Most High that justified.
Yep.
Who is he that condemneth?
I was saying, they killed the Lord because they thought he was guilty of something, even though they couldn't find him guilty on nothing. But you know what I'm saying? They had it in their mind that he had to die. That's the same way they feel about us. Go ahead.
It is Yahawashi Mashiach that died, yea, rather, that is risen again, who is even at the right hand of the Most High, who also maketh intercession for us.
He's making intercession for us. He's sitting on the right hand of the Most High saying, look, hey, you got to go get there. Please? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is the last verse. Who shall separate us from the love of a Mashiach? Shall tribulation?
I would say, just start at the top.
It says, Romans 8:35. Who shall separate us from the love of a Mashiach?
That's what I'm saying. Can't nobody separate that. You can read the list. You can go on down the list, but basically it's going to say, it's pretty much enough saying nobody.
Yep, it's going to play out because the word has already gone out.
Yep.
It's already been issued forth.
Nothing and nobody can stop it.
All right?
Go ahead.
And if I can say this too, the people that set up to get it, the elect, they were already predestined from the foundation of the earth. So everything just has to play out.
That's just like, I think it's in Matthew where it talk about how the false prophets, if possible, they will deceive the very elect. It said it's impossible to fool the elect.
You're not gonna fool the elect, man. They're gonna be set up, man.
That's right.
All right, and that delegation, those ambassadors of Yahawashi are gonna carry on that legacy all the way into the kingdom. Okay, I got a couple scriptures, and you brothers can get your precepts. You want to finish it?
Yeah, this is the last verse. It says, who shall separate us from the love of a Mashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or nakedness or peril or sword?
And that's what I'm saying. That's all those type of things will separate anybody from anything. You know what I'm saying?
Those are all the things you're going to have to go through if you proclaim the follow of Yahawashi, man.
Yep, that's right.
You're going to catch all of that, man. You know?
I said that's why you got to be ready for it, and the Lord prayed for them men to be ready for it. So he said, if I ask the Most High for anything, if you ask the Most High for anything in my name, he going to give it to you. So you think he ain't going to give it to Yahawashi? You think he ain't going to protect those men? You think he ain't going to save them souls? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Amos chapter 3 verse 7. Surely Yahweh will not do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants and prophets.
Yeah, man. His servants are gonna do the work. Yahweh's not gonna come off the throne and tell the people what it is. He reveals the secrets unto his servants, the prophets, man. That word from Yahawashi is that tradition is passed down to his delegation, to his ambassadors, man, the prophets. Okay, that's who he was revealed his secrets to, so they can go and tell the people what it is, man.
Right.
And only a certain group of people gonna hear that trumpet that's being sounded and understand that, oh snap,
Come.
Yahweh about to make moves through Yahawashi on the planet Earth.
That's right.
Okay?
Yep.
This is what we need to do, man. We need to get it together. Okay? Go to the 8th verse.
Verse 8. The lion hath roared, who will not fear?
Mm-hmm.
The Yahweh our power hath spoken, who can but prophesy?
Who can but prophesy this? It's going to be the people who have been given to Yahawashi. Those are the ones that's going to prophesy, man. And it says a lion have roared.
Yep.
Who's the lion? Who's the mouthpiece for Yahweh? For Yahweh? Yahawashi, okay? And then it passes on down to his men.
That's right.
Okay? We are the servants of Yahawashi.
That's right.
Yeah, we're the
Okay.
first one.
A crude example would be you have the president who's making all the orders, coming up with all the different things to do. But when it comes down to do the striking, the president ain't gonna be in the helicopter jumping out in the water.
Yeah.
He's gonna have people doing his bidding. For all those different things to be done,
Exactly.
he's gonna send those orders out.
Yeah, man. He's gonna have the Department of Defense, whatever it's called, Secretary of Defense, is gonna get passed down, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's why they call the president the Commander in Chief.
Mm-hmm.
He said we're gonna go into Syria. And motherfuckers gonna be in Syria, shit. Alright? So Yahweh said, we're gonna destroy these Edomites. I believe. Got 144,000. And then that's what's gonna happen, man.
That's right.
Okay? It's gonna get done. 1 Corinthians 7.
1 Corinthians 7 and 20. Let every man abide in the same calling wherein he was called.
Yeah, let him stick to what he's been told to do. All right, don't go off track. Unless your ass get fired. Go ahead.
Art thou being called a servant? Care not for it. But if thou mayest be made free, use it rather.
Use it rather. All right. Don't worry about being a servant. See, Jake don't want to be humble, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just do what you're supposed to do, man. Don't worry about that. Care not for it. Yeah. You a man pleaser.
Oh, boy.
You're a hard nut hugger. Like that's gonna stop us from preaching His word, man. Okay. Go ahead.
For he that is called unto Yahweh being a servant is Yahweh's freeman.
Yeah, man. We called unto the Lord. We called unto the Lord to be a servant, man. But in that, man, we free in the spirit. We have liberty. Go ahead.
You either serving Yahweh or you're going to serve Satan.
That's right.
Likewise, also, he that is called being free is Yahawashi's servant.
Go ahead. This is why.
Ye are bought with a price. Be not ye servants of men.
Be not servants of men, man. We servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi, and the Most High has order and arrangement with that. Through has a setup, man.
Right.
That's why Paul, when we read, what was it, the 9th chapter? Okay. Let me get the 9th chapter because I think that's. Let's see what he said in the 9th chapter.
Let me read this right
Go ahead.
Brethren, let every man wherein he is called, therein abide with the Most High. So what you've been called to do is very simple. Do it. And if you don't do it, just like if you in the military or something like that, you in the Navy SEALs, but all of a sudden you want to do something different, you're going to get fired. You're going to get canned, you're going to get kicked out, and you might even get killed. This is the same thing with us. All of a sudden you want to do it your way.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden you want to take out, no, you know what, we're not going to read Corinthians. All of a sudden you putting out ideas like that. You're going to get canned, fired, killed, whatever it may be.
Yep. And the Most High is gonna have order and arrangement, man. You gonna have the apostles, then you're gonna have the men underneath them, and it's gonna be set up. It's gonna be a ministry. It's gonna be a government. But Jake don't believe that the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahawashi has got this thing working. It ain't just some randomness, man. Okay? We all gonna be in order.
I can say this, even for Jake who fell out, man, they never really seen the big picture, because then now it's divide and conquer. Now that's what you spiritually try to do when you start serving Satan. So you think, well, you had a problem with Apostle Tahar, but Apostle Debar and Apostle Ramlab, because they somewhat seem as more somewhat soft-spoken than the Apostle Tahar. So now you try to go at that scenario. Bro, just serve the Lord. Just do the work. If you had such a problem with the men, just do the work. That's all you're required to do. But at the same time, you got to listen.
Mm-hmm. If you had so much problem with the men, why you believe what they say so much? Yeah. Go do something else, man. Now you got a problem with the men that taught you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the people that taught you are demons, but everything they said is of
yeah, but it's true.
100%.
Yeah. Everything they said was true, but fuck that.
Nah, man.
The precepts I count.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
This is Sirach chapter 17, verse 10, because going into what Yahawashi was talking about, how Yahawashi is the firstborn of Yahweh, and the elect of the nation of Israel is the firstborn of Yahawashi. And this also proves that the elect is the Israelites, not all the other nations. Sirach chapter 17, verse 10. And the elect shall praise his holy name. Besides this, he gave them knowledge and the law of life for an heritage. He made an everlasting covenant with them and showed them his judgments. So we're going to be given the mysteries of this book, man. Jumping down to verse 17 and 18. For in the division of the nation of the whole earth he set a ruler over every people, but Israel is the Lord's portion, whom being his firstborn he nourished with discipline, giving him the light of his love, doeth not forsake him. So the elect of the nation of Israel were going to be given the mysteries of the judgments of the whole world, man, of the whole earth, and they're going to be stewards of the mysteries of Yahawashi. So that's why we commissioned to go out there and teach that word.
Okay. Next person.
I got one. This is Philippians 1, and I'll start at 13. It says, so that my bonds in Hamashiach are manifest in all the palace and in all other places. And many of the brethren in the Lord waxing confident, and by my bonds are much more bold to speak the word without fear. Some,
yeah, can you start up, call it and read it again?
Kind of, brother. This is Philippians 1 and 13. So that my bonds in Hamashiach are manifest in all the palace and in all other places. And many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing confident by my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. Some indeed preach Hamashiach even of envy and strife, and some also of goodwill. The one preached Hamashiach of contention, not sincerely, supposing to add affliction to my bonds. But the other of love, knowing that I am set for the defense of the gospel. And this is kind of where I'm going to get the point. It says, what then, notwithstanding every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Hamashiach is preached, and I therein do rejoice, yes, and I will rejoice. For I know that this shall turn to my salvation through your prayer and the supply of the spirit of Yahawashi Mashiach. So all these guys that's doing different things, man, proclaiming to be Israelites, but it's certain things within the doctrine that's getting them tripped up and cast out of the congregation. That's not going to stop the overall ministry and the preaching of Yahawashi by the elect, man, which is going to ultimately lead to salvation. You know, so that's why Paul said he rejoiced in either way and how it go, because you can't do nothing against Yahawashi.
And being in Yahawashi Mashiach is going to bring tremendous hate. Tremendous hate from the world. Okay? Because they're not going to see this thing spiritual. Somebody else got a precept? Bring it on out.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 27. You're talking about the prophets being revealed, the mysteries. What I tell you in darkness, that speak ye in light. And what ye hear in the ear, that preach ye upon the housetops. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul.
I'm telling you the truth. So you go out there and tell the truth. And if they want to kill you for it, so be it. Because they going to kill me for this truth. And if y'all going to bear that cross, y'all going to have to be willing to die for this thing too. And even after he presented that, what happened? They went out.
Yep.
They went out and did it. That's confidence in your master. He said, look, they gonna kill y'all for telling the truth. But go out there anyway. Because in the regeneration, you're going to judge the 12 tribes of Israel and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? He told them everything they needed to know. That's why they went out there and did it. If he just gave them half the story, they'd be like, no, you know what? No.